I was in here for a minute by myself, but now it seems like there's some kids showing up. That's all right, as long as they leave me alone. Anyway, I thought I would talk about when I went back. Well, I was just checking the gas prices. Still 4.19 here. When I went back to the Missouri State Penitentiary, I just did a video on it that I dropped earlier today. So you guys can go check that out if you want. But figured I'd check, do a little short live. I hope I hope everybody's having a great Memorial Day weekend. They're always kind of long, ain't they? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and that's the same way we're here with the races. They have these big races on the Memorial Day weekend. I'm surprised they ain't started yet. They're probably going to start later tonight. But you'll probably hear a four-wheeler zooming up and down because before and after the races, they're pretty busy going and stuff. Sparkles. Is that what that says? Anyway, how you doing, Ari? Why is it blue on one and sometimes you're blue and sometimes you're not? I mean, your name. I'm doing all right. How are you doing? Mint really, she was kind of upset that she didn't get no video. I am doing great. How's Gary doing? You doing all right? We're being boring. Well, I wasn't really bored today, but I figured I'd come up here and do a. I was trying to decide whether to do it in my studio, do it up here, do it in the car, or take off in the car and do it while I was driving. I haven't. That was kind of different doing that. People like that, but I didn't like it too well because I couldn't read the comments. Yeah, that is a spooky uh, picture. That is wild, and everybody they haven't. I've showed it several people, and everybody thinks it's an inmate, but they have no other explanation for it. I should have put that on on that video I made. Now, I'm hoping they hire me up there for good. And I told them though, I said I ain't gonna be able to be up here every weekend. That's a long drive. They said we'll work around your schedule, but we want you. They're trying to get rid of that one guy. Yeah, that was kind of strange that you only got a few pictures. Usually, you fill your phone up with pictures. Yeah, it will be great. I mean, everybody up there, just about everybody up there, not everybody, because some I don't know, but almost everybody up there is a friend of mine. Oh, you don't have to do that. That's a long ass drive, Harry. It's longer for you than it is me. But I told Mindy that we need to go down there to where you're at, find some camping grounds or something down there. Because she and I love camping. She was just hoping this last time that we got one with electricity, but we didn't. It didn't bother me. I told her, I said, that area down there around Joplin, but I think I was north of Joplin. It's beautiful. I mean, they got, what is that, Big Spring? Oh, excuse me. Big Spring or something? And I've already been up there by where Carl's at, on the Mark Twain Lake. Bennett Springs, I've been there, yep. Love it there. Bennett Springs is beautiful. I'm pretty sure Newton's still in the Ozarks area. Yeah, a few weeks ago. I went to see Mark Twain's house, and it was just a place where it used to be. I didn't even know there was a town called Florida. There's so many of those in Missouri. You got Cuba, you got Lebanon. It's named after states or country. You got Mexico, you got Nevada. Better say Nevada, though, because they get pissed if you don't. Yeah, I know what you meant. But I'll tell you what, go up there to Nevada and it gets flat. Just north, where you're at. Just go up there, I guess 100 miles or so. Yeah, in Florida, Missouri. It's weird saying that, Florida, Missouri. But yeah, they got a bunch of strange names too. Hey, Ari, have you ever been to? Don't laugh. Nobody laugh, because I'm gonna try to say this right. All right, I'm not trying to be funny. Yeah, it's all flat. Have you ever been in Uranus? Maybe I should say to Uranus. He already giggled. Well, it's hard. It's hard, and they got all kinds. You go there, they got all kinds of innuendos. They got like a golf thing, but instead of a putt course, it's a butt course or something like that. Putt pirates or something like that. Butt pirates. Everything's an innuendo there. Yeah, Uranus. Mindy asked this. I bought some fudge there, and she tells the lady, I was off somewhere looking at souvenirs and stuff. She goes, tell Harvey when he gets back his fudge has been packed. Favorite ice cream? Texas pecan or cookie overload? Yeah. And so that's what that lady said. I came back, she goes, real loud, Harvey, your fudge has been packed. What's your favorite ice cream? You guys haven't been to that Uranus. You need to go. Yeah, it's a little circle of a town in the middle of. It's actually a town. They call it a town of 27 people, but it's in the middle of another town, St. Roberts. But you can't miss it if you're on I-44. There's all kinds of signs for miles talking about it. And somebody told me they got one in Indiana too. Oh, really? I did not know that. I did not know that, Ari. And I grew up in that area. I grew up about 15 miles from Fort Leonard Wood, if even that far. On the other side, I was between Newburgh and Fort Leonard Wood. I'll say Rolla and Fort Leonard Wood, but closer to Fort Leonard Wood. We call it Fort Wood up there. People around there, the locals, they just say Fort Wood. Is there Uranus? Really? Are you being serious? There's Uranus in every state? There's definitely an a-hole in every state. At least one. Where did I do most of my time at? South Central Correctional Center in Licking. I might have to try that out, Ari. I did 12 years in South Central Correctional Center. I started out, I did 5 at MSP. Then I went to Farmington Correctional Center. You're in Warrensburg? Man, what are they doing to 270? We got on 270 the other day, and wow, we got off of it. David, how you doing? You doing all right? That's a good one. If y'all don't super check Harvey, you have to check off the yard immediately. Oh, it's doing great. I was just telling them earlier I might be working at permanently, full time at the Missouri State Penitentiary Museum. It's not operational no more. That was a pretty good one. I'm gonna have to remember that. Check off the yard. As a plague doctor, you're not checking off nothing. Hey, she said she's not checking off nothing, man. I'm gonna have to make it. I'm beat, is what she's saying. Make me. Yeah, you get past. Actually, that kind of makes us look soft. Ari, why did he tell you have problems? That's beside the point. That's not the issue at hand. Ten times your size. Man, I feel like I got something stuck in my throat. The issue was he made a promise and didn't follow through. Yeah. He forgot all about that ashtray, didn't he? The ashtray comment. That's funny. But, hey, I'm thinking If I get a permanent job there, I'm gonna go looking for shanks. I know where to look for them. Oh, I know there is. I mean, they might have found some, but they didn't find them all. I found one by accident one time on the yard. And there, at MSP, me and a group of guys were standing around, and you know how sometimes you just kind of kick the dirt? I should have did that. Started kind of kicking the dirt and, oops, I'm going to walk away, guys. Let's go somewhere else. I didn't know if he did or not. Did he go back to prison? Ribs, yeah, and barbecue hamburgers. I think it's last time I did ribs was last 4th of July, or was that Labor Day? It was one of them. I did not know that. Man, that's messed up if he went back to prison. I hope he didn't. I don't wish that on anybody. There could be somebody that hates me, and I don't wish that on them. I do wish it on Chomos, though. I wish every one of them go to prison for life. He buried his tattoo. He should have sold it before he got out. You're going to snitch on him so fast. That's funny. Yeah, that's true. So much more fun. And that's very true. Wood chipper. Remember that song that JD had about the wood chipper? I did too. I mean, what am I going to do with a 13-inch TV? And there was people there that didn't have TVs. You know, I wish I was at a, I was at level 1 when I gave this stuff away, and most of the people there was going home. I wish I was been able to give all the stuff away at Laking, but I was only able to give a few things away before they put me in the hole. They put me in the hole because I got paroled. Can you believe that? I said, hey, I said, why you put me in the hole? They said, because you're custody level 1 and this is a level 5. And I said, I'll sign a waiver. And they said, no, if something happens to you and your people sue, they will win. Yeah, I had a stack of paperwork. I think I had my shower shoes. I had one pair of boxers, and those are the ones I wore out. That's no way to treat your customers. That is ridiculous, calling them customers. I will never forget that. I mean, I thought residents was kind of weird, but customers implies that they're buying things. Oh, me too. The term residents in ranges, a lot of them it's in there. Yeah, we're not residents. But I guess you can't, really make everybody happy. No, canteen is not cheap. Oh, and I had a talk with Kevin yesterday. We was almost back home. And he called. I said, you know what? About the canteen list, you need to shut your fucking ass up. He goes, what are you talking about? I said, you talking about... I said, the only thing you're really getting screwed on is the appliances. I said, that food is cheap. And you got more of it now than when I was... And Mindy started talking about what was those Jack Links things? And how much they was out here. And he goes, We said, yeah, Right. I think the visitors going to the prisoners would be more customers than the people in prison. Because they go up there, and the state's making money off of them too, as well as the phones and all that. They got you, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. The phone calls used to be extraordinary high when I first got to prison. And they had real operators back then too. And they'd say, thank you for shopping at MCI. I had no choice. Wicked, what's going on? Yeah. Oh, actions. I wish he'd get his channel back. I mean, I didn't always get notifications, but every once in a while I'd catch his lives. I liked it. Smokey, how you doing? Kathy, how you doing, man? You doing all right? Kathy's been having a rough year, past year, and I gotta check on her once in a while. Hey, Ari, did you tell Gary that there was a double reason why I pulled him into that cell? Had him go in the cell with me? Oh, will it? And what's it? Is the show going to be called Wicked, or is it going to be? That's all we can do sometimes, Kathy, is just hang in there. Wicked Wisdom, all right. All right, that's his channel, everybody. So he's going live tomorrow if you guys want to catch one of his lives. I don't blame you, Mary. And I had those two women. I didn't know they was doing it on purpose, but they was just like always crowding up on me. Every time I turned around to go past them, I had, excuse me. Mindy says, they was doing that on purpose. I don't know. I said, but I was getting very annoyed with them. Yes, we all been praying for Gary Wayne Sutton. I don't know how to do it. If I was on what's that one StreamYard, I could do it, but I can't do it. I can't figure out how to do it on here. The last time I tried doing it on here, it ended the live on me. An inmate hopper. Oh, wow. Hey, Ari, can you drop his link to his channel? Oh, that was fast. Thank you, Ari. But yeah, and I seen him when I was standing in front of the cell and I was talking a little bit. I seen him and he was just kind of up against the wall, but he was just completely surrounded. And so yeah, Gary, come here. Let's get in here for a minute. They can't get to us in here. They got to come through the door. I think we can hold them off. Hey, what's happening? What are y'all up to? But that was, I ain't gonna lie, part of it was I was picking on him, but part of it was to get him away from that crowd. Right, so it's more comfortable, exactly. The moon hat ain't seen in a while. I'm not sure what you're talking about. But how you doing? But anyway, if you have those who are watching who haven't seen that video today about that I dropped today about going back to MSP, go check it out. And you got Ari to thank for the photos because Mindy's camera quit. So I'm glad, all the photos are courtesy of her. You got 2 more horse videos on there? Oh, I had to check them out. The modern day cowboy. Oh, it's going to be on tonight, right? What time? Oh, the live is tomorrow night, I think. And you said check the video out later tonight. Yeah, I will. I was clueless, Ari. That's what Mindy tells me all the time. I'm clueless. She goes, I wasn't worried though because you don't like skinny butts. She's right. All right, actions. Do you still got the same phone number? Because I think I got still got your old phone number. You better not drop one on me, bird. All right. Okay, I will. That's true. That's true, Ari. Not flat bottom girls, fat bottom girls. Every time she sees some, like we're in a store or something, and there's a woman that's got a big butt, I won't even be paying attention until she says something. I mean, I'm paying attention, but I'm not looking at her butts, but she'll say, don't be looking at her butt. Whose butt? Don't you be lying to me. I know you was looking. A little bit of meat ain't no thing but a chicken wing. That's funny. So what are you guys going to do tomorrow? What are you guys' plans tomorrow? Anyway, I think I've already said it, but I'll say it again since we've got more people in here. I hope you guys are having a great weekend, even though it's a long weekend. I hope you're having a great weekend. It's true. It's true, Eric. And I don't lie to Mindy. I mean, she'll point out a woman, and she goes, you know, have a big butt. She goes, does she got a nice butt? Yeah. Don't hit me. I'm just saying, you shouldn't have asked. Oh, he's got to work tomorrow. That sucks. Been cleaning. How many days to fall, Kathy? I know you know the answer already. Yeah, Gary Sutton, he's still on, they still haven't done anything for him. And he's, I think they're going to execute him in December, as of now. That's when his date is, but they're hoping to get something done before then. And I hope they do too. Yeah, there's not too many people that I think is innocent, but he's one of them. And stuff was planted too. Ari, I know you've shot guns. You ever see two hulls land that's been ejected land side by side, even with one another, just like they've been placed there after being ejected? Yeah, I signed the petition too. And they can't get the, yeah, that's what they said they found. They have photos of them, they're lined up. Yeah, I called the governor too. Yeah, that's all we can do is try as best we can, actions. Yeah, it is. It's absolutely bullshit, Ari. And that's the first thing I noticed when I was watching one of her videos, and she was already mentioning it. But I said, yeah, that's not right at all. There's no way that happens unless somebody placed them there. I mean, the odds of that happening. Let's hope and pray. Yeah, I think if anybody would let him out, it would be him, though. I mean, he's been on there for 30 years and nobody else has done it. That's exactly what they're looking for, Ari, is a quick conviction, or they know who done it and it was somebody that they're connected with, so they're just trying to put it off on somebody else. Yes, his trial was a joke. But I mean, if you're going to plant something like that, at least make it look like they got ejected. No, it was we closed it down temporarily for now. Well, it was going to only be temporary, but things have changed, so we're going to have to wait a while. There is always hope. You're absolutely right, Harry. There's always hope. Absolutely. They tell them all that. They tell them all that actions. They make you. There's even a sign, or used to be a sign at the walls, Missouri State Penitentiary. I can't remember. It was like a old quote from like the 1600s, like "Leave all your hopes and dreams behind" or something like that. 25 years, yeah. Gary's been on there over a little over 30, I think. Jeep must be from Eureka Springs. Yeah, there is difference between. That's what I keep trying to tell people, man. You know, if you're like people will ask me about are the races separated on the yard and stuff like they say it is in California. Well, we don't do that in Missouri. I know some of the other western states they do, but you know, you can't say something about a prison and how it is and use that as that's what they're like across the board, because that's not. They're even different in the same state. Some of them are. You know, it depends on the custody level, how many this group or that group, or you know, there's a whole lot of variables that go into. You can't say that they're all. If you've been to one, you've been to all of them. I mean, they all suck. That's the one thing they do have in common. Yeah, that's the way the walls were, Ari. The chow hall was segregated, whites on one side and blacks on the other. And like I was telling people, the yard was too. The upper yard was blacks and the lower yard was whites. Now you could go like to the upper yard, but you better take a group with you. Yeah, you know, Andrew, I could go and talk to somebody from a different race, you know, but not really hang out with them. You know, you could like if you seen something sitting at a table, you can walk up and talk to them, but don't sit down with them. You know, people usually didn't do that. Yep, that's the way the walls definitely was segregated by the inmates did it. Yeah, same way in Missouri. You know, and the ones that every once in a while you get a situation where there'll be one person afraid to fight, and the other one was glad of it. You know, and it's like they're just dancing around one another. They're not doing anything. And talking shit. The talking's over with. If you guys are going to fight, fight. The talking's over with. But they're saying things like, you better check my record. You better check yourself before you wreck yourself. You guys are just talking, man. You're just blowing out hot air. I ran my mouth once there and it got me beat up. But I was laughing so hard I couldn't fight. The guy came up to me and says, I was talking to my workout partners. He runs up to me and says, Harvey, you deserve to be punched in the mouth. I went, my lip's not bleeding. And he swings on me and he said, it is now. I don't know why I thought that was so funny. And at the walls, I did like you was talking about, Ari. I ran my mouth. Well, it kind of got me beat up. But, and as they walked away, you know, they just beat on me for a little bit. It wasn't real bad. And I said, you guys are some punks. And when they came back and put the boots to me. Sometimes you just need to keep your mouth shut. That's right. That's right, Actions. I've never, because he was landing some good blows. You know, the dude that I said, my lip's not bleeding. You know, they was hurting. But it's weird that when you're getting punched and you're laughing, you know, even caused me to bite my tongue. It was just the strangest thing, you know. Oh, that's funny, Ari. Do people find you? 04 into 05. Oh, wow. So you're in Texas now? That's what I'm trying to figure out, Andrew. Are you in Iowa or in Texas? Texas is a big state, man. We went across it. Oh, Minnesota? You know, you can get across Missouri in about 3 hours, crossways. Yeah, don't go back to Texas. Yeah, Missouri probably fit in Texas about 2.5 times, maybe 3 times. I don't know, I'm going to have to try to check that out. Look at a map and try to do an overlay thing. I like Texas. When I was down there, I liked it. It's not a place I'd want to stay, but man, it's got nice people, it's got nice food, scenic areas. I don't know why they don't want you if you still owe 3 years. Missouri would make you do every bit of that 3 years, probably. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't want to live there, Andrew. Uh, but it well, the area I went through, it seemed kind of flat. You know, I don't. I like hills. I like the Ozarks. Sam Squash, been a minute. How you doing? You guys kept me entertained. I said I was only going to be on here for a short while, and I've been on here 45 minutes. Well, you know, there's always a debate because you got the Kansas City barbecue, I think St. Louis barbecue, but there's different barbecues that compete with each other all the time. Partying. 2000, that's good, man. Stay out, Andrew. Stay out, man. Unless they come and get you, you know, for that 3 years. That's just kind of crazy. They didn't want that 3 years from you. I'm hot, sticky, sweet from my head to my feet. Oh, the barbecue. Well, I think they got more than one type. But you're right. Most of it is like that. Yeah, I was told in prison by a guy that was hooked on that. He said, Harvey, do not even get started on that because you'll be chasing that first high for the rest of the time. And he goes, addiction is bad. Yeah, that's what he said. He said, man, do not get started on that. That's what he said. He said, you'll do anything, man. He said that he's seen people rob their mothers, their parents, and everything. He said it's horrible. Yeah, that's good. That's right, Ari. That's absolutely right. Oh, you got a song stuck in your head? that's, that's funny. Ari is the one that made me think of it. Talking about that barbecue sauce. Well, folks, I think I'm about ready to. I think I'm about ready to call it a day. Oh man. They didn't want to put sugar on themselves. They wanted other people to put sugar on them. Pour some sugar on. Right. Yeah. Well, if it got in your eyes, it got in places it shouldn't be. like sand. Oh man, I'll be praying for you, Andrew. You take care too. Everybody, I'm going to get off of here. You guys have a good one. And I'll see you on the next one. Sweet eating, I guess that action says. Disability state assistant. I have a friend that gets that. Later, everybody.